Hey, what's up, 745ers, the sky and the ceiling? How you feeling, Katie?
I'm feeling really happy. And how about you?
I'm feeling pretty good. Got just a new fit going here.
Same.
Welcome back to the 745 Mental Health Podcast.
Yes.
Today we are discussing
Physical health.
physical health. Okay, so the inspo for this episode was sort of a lot of the times during our episodes when we're talking about mental health or whatnot, we often mention physical health because it is a very large part of your mental health. Actually, I'm pretty sure your internal health affects your mental health,
Yeah.
and
it does.
so your external health affects your mental health. So just
Yes, it
you
does.
guys
You
do
see.
you guys
Just
do the math. Yeah, Jinx, kind of like that. You're right. Anyways, so yeah, we're just gonna talk about
Physical health.
Physical
How do
health.
you stay healthy?
how do you stay healthy.
What do you do in your life? Yeah.
what do
let's
you do
just...
in your life? Yeah, let's just
Thoughts.
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 Stop
Okay,
copying me.
Here are my thoughts.
Okay, yeah.
I think, especially for teenage girls, I don't know so much about this one over here, but I think it's really easy to fall into weird fads and weird trends that probably might not do anything for your physical health and stuff. Like for example, I like these weird juices and these weird serums.
Preach.
I think okay, well, I am very overconsumption core. I've tried. I probably buy all these serums and drinks. It's fine. My mom definitely does. But I think now that this year I'm trying to be under consumption core, I've been looking at things and realizing they might actually not do anything. Like, for example, kombucha is a great example. I love drinking it. I drank one this morning. But it's not because I think, oh, it's going to fix my skin and, make my gut healthy. It's because it tastes really good to me. People sometimes drink it for their gut benefits, and then I looked at the label. It's only 10% of it is actually stuff. The rest of it is just sugar and juice. So it's those type of things where I'm I think people need to check the label and check the stuff before they go out saying oh my god, I'm not gonna have stomach cancer anymore because I'm drinking kombucha.
Yeah, and also I feel like there's well, like you said, I'm pretty sure there's I feel like you should skip especially for healthier things, skip the label name or something and try and go straight to the source. If you're going for you have your ginger root kombucha goodness magic stay fit healthy creation juice or whatever. No hate to creation, but I feel like you should I'd rather just you just go buy some ginger from the grocery store. You can probably just chop it up yourself, grind it, blend it, cook it, do whatever.
Yeah, I recently listened to this podcast and it was talking about, well, first of all, the majority of America is overweight / obese. And that's crazy because our biggest economic sector used to be pharmaceuticals, drugs and stuff, obviously because that stuff is important. Now it is wellness and fitness that is the biggest sector, and yet all of our country, a majority of our country is obese.
Yeah. And
they were saying this is not because people are extra trying to be obese or maybe eating McDonald's every single day, but it's a hidden way now because processed foods now are no longer just McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and fast food chains or hot Cheetos and Takis. Processed food is quite literally almost everything you eat. I went to the grocery store and picked up things that I would normally buy thinking, oh my god, this is healthy. I'm healthy. Looked at the back, 10,000 chemicals I could not read.
Yeah. Oh, did you know that trick where it's you look at the ingredients first? All the ingredients are listed from what's in it most to what's in its least.
Yeah.
And then also, if it's supposed to have it's technically or I don't know if it's technically healthy, but it's definitely healthier the less amount of ingredients it has.
Yes.
Rather than more.
Yeah.
And so I think somewhere around 5 is a good number.
Yeah.
And the second thing is if you can't read or pronounce one of the chemicals or words in the ingredient list, it's probably not great for your just insides and whatnot. Yeah.
So that's actually Yeah, well, basically, the biggest example I saw from this podcast is they picked up Wonder Bread. It's just white bread, if you didn't know. And you would think, oh, like if I asked you, oh, what do you think is in bread? You'd probably say like, oh, eggs for sure, sugar for sure, flour, definitely. Maybe like a little sour, no, like yeast maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
They looked at the back of the Wonder Bread. Not a single one of those ingredients were on there. It was just all chemicals that like mimic.
Chemical bread.
Chemical bread.
I wonder how they made this bread.
Yeah, so that's like really bad. But I think even though there's a lot of scary news like that, don't be scared to eat your food.
Yeah, that too.
Everyone's gonna eventually die.
well,
but I'm just saying,
like
eat like you don't want to live a life where you don't even eat any good tasting food.
That's what's really funny.
Yeah.
I was watching this documentary about this 109-year-old war veterinarian. What was
veterinarian
his name?
or veteran?
I mean veteran. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my god. Veteran, and he smoked lots of cigars and he ate ice cream every day. I don't know about his whole life, but he says in his elder life he smokes lots of cigars and eats lots of ice cream, and he says it makes him happy, and it makes him feel good. And so like obviously within proportion it's okay to have these things sometimes,
right.
Especially since they do taste good and they do like sometimes uplift your mood. It's just when it becomes taken out of proportion, becomes too habitually or like reoccurring.
Yeah.
That's when it starts going downhill. Especially because a lot of these products are like really addictive.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yes.
Candies are super addictive.
All these chips, like Cheetos and stuff, have like a certain there's a specific ratio of like sodium to sugar to this certain chemical to this certain chemical that like when you eat it, it's like addictive. And the organization for like addictive like commodities even put out that most preservative foods that have preservatives in them are highly addictive.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, have you ever had that feeling where it's like you like just ate it and like you don't want more, but you find yourself reaching in the bag, having some more, and then you're just frustrated in the end. You're like, bruh, come on.
Yeah. Also, high disclaimer that I forgot to put in the beginning: we're not doctors. We are not nutritionists.
We're not doctors.
Yeah, fitness coaches. Go talk to your doctor about any questions you have.
Yeah,
we're just trying to give out some advice.
Also, everyone's body is different.
Yep.
Processes things differently. Metabolism, height, weight, intelligence, good lookingness. Crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But the way everyone processes food is different. And also, like we said earlier, this is not saying don't eat any food. It's all poisonous.
Yeah.
No, it's not poisonous. We're just saying that like
keep it to a minimum.
Yeah,
everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. Yeah. We're just saying like if you're looking for a healthier option, this could be one.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, let's talk about not what you eat, but what you do.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fitness over here can go start yapping. His yap trap.
I think it was actually really like interesting that you mentioned at the beginning like the things that people like feed into.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, and I'm sort of victim of it. Well, not like this in particular, but like
the type.
The idea is like fitness like programs, buying people's fitness programs, because I've seen excuse me, I'm struggling with the hiccups. Anyways, I've seen so many like fitness programs online where it's like they're like, you want to get jacked in 10 days? Buy my fitness program and you'll get ripped and you'll get super rich, and it promises you all these things that like are not even related, and I feel like half the time it's sort of just like not super thought out in the sense where like for like safety purposes, it's more of just like a what you call it, like just like to get
a
ripped.
Gimmick.
Here's a huge thing. Like a lot of times muscle mass or physique does not equal physically healthy. I was reading in the book called Ikigai about like the blue earth zones and whatnot.
Yeah.
A big part of it is physical fitness, but what's it called? Not strength. Light intensity, not high intensity or low intensity. Pilates, walking, maybe jogging, sports activities, or not. Like sports activities, recreational activities, more or less.
Yeah.
Because like one for your joints, but also just like for longevity purposes. I mean,
I have science behind this one.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so basically, it comes with the story, but I go to Pilates like maybe twice a week, 8, 6, 7 times a month, okay? Anyways, I go, and usually it's all very old women, and they're like really intense. They're the most intense, even though they're really like, and like, the Pilates teacher would be like, guys, should we add weights and like be crazy? And I'm like, no, we don't need to do that. And they're all like, yes, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, I have to say yes too because I'm the youngest there and I can't be looking weak.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go to Pilates and then I'm like, oh, 2 of the usual ladies are missing. What's going on? By the way, they went to Cancun, so that's what happened.
Oh.
But who replaced these 2 is this gay couple. They're grandpas and they're really, really cute, stinking cute, and they're really cute. Anyways, I got to talk to them. I was like, oh, look, what got you guys into Pilates, whatever. And they were like, well, we both found out we had diabetes. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, that sucks. And they were like, yeah, we told our doctor, like, we low-key don't want to, like, they didn't say low-key, but I'm just going to paraphrase. We low-key don't want to do, like, a bunch of running, and, like, diabetes kind of sucks because we don't want to do that. Like, we're old and we're tired, and we don't really want to, like, grind, like, muscle stuff.
Yeah.
And then the doctor was like, no, don't do that. That's actually worse. He was like, in fact, don't do that. Instead, do low-intensity workouts, and then he recommended them to go to Pilates. That's why they started doing Pilates. I mean, they're so sweet. And I think they were low-key struggling, but it's okay, because it's like, when you do high-intensity stuff, like, let's say, like, I tell you to do, like, 10,000 burpees and then, like, run a mile or whatever, that high intensity ups your cortisol levels and makes you more stressed out and has negative effects on disease and, like, on your immunity system and diabetes and a bunch of other things. So, because your cortisol levels are your stress levels, and those are not good. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, they're not good. But yeah, low intensity, it doesn't like up your cortisol levels, but it gives you the good benefits that come from working out or exercising, and also give you some dopamine. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also want to add on, just because like Pilates is technically classified as low intensity doesn't mean that it's not strenuous. Like, I've done Pilates before. That burns, dude. Your butt, your gyat, your thighs, your abs, your everything. It burns. But it's the secret to the difference of like high intensity and low intensity is, I think, the ratio between volume and repetitions. Like when my trainer that I go when I go to like with, are you good?
Yes.
Oh, like I go to with my dad and my brother sometimes is an exercise that we do sometimes, we get on the bench press, he puts 90, 95 on the bar, and then
is that considered light or heavy?
It's considered light. Like for reference, my max is double that. So that's 190 pounds is my 1 rep max.
For reference, my max is 3 times that.
Oh yeah, Katie benches 500 pounds. Anyways,
just so you know.
But what he does is he sets a timer for however long. I think it's 3 minutes or something, and you can't stop.
Yeah.
And not like first, I don't know, 15 reps, 16 reps light. I could do this, and then start getting to 30 reps. Okay, what's happening? Did he add more weight? What's going on? And then you get to 50 reps, you're like, this is not good. Tiring out, help. And then when you get to like, I don't know, 60 reps or 65 reps, you're like, screw it. If my arms fall off, I never needed them anyways. And you just keep going and going. And then the buzzer beeps, you go beep, ding, 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 and then you get off the bench and you're like, my arms are noodles. But it's so good for you because it's not intensive on your joints, your shoulders, your elbows, wrists. It's lots of muscle endurance. And so actually that's how David Goggins lost all his weight and gained muscle at the same time. Just thousands of reps. Just
oh my god.
So, by the way, David Goggins,
yeah,
I'll briefly tell a story. Basically, he was 300 something pounds, 6 foot, spraying cockroaches at for this company, and he was like, you know what, this is so sad. I got to turn my life around, and so like he starts running or whatever, and so or like he started running so he could join the like Navy SEALs or the Army or the what's the Marine Corps or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so but they're like, you're super like fat. You have like 3 months to lose 100 pounds. He was like, okay, and that's how he did it.
Wow,
Thousands of reps.
that's crazy.
Like lower weight. It burns.
Oh yeah, it burns.
It burns.
It burns.
But just because it's hard doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, you reap the benefits. Now this guy is a like, I don't know. He's done like probably like 20 super marathons, ultra marathons, 100-mile runs,
Oh my god.
Death Valley. He's gone
my
through the most
God.
painful things. He's a
Veteran?
he's done Hell Week 3 or 4 times.
Oh my god.
He
Was he ever in the military?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's on his book, it's a photo of him in his uniform.
Oh.
He was a
Oh,
Navy.
yeah.
Pretty sure he was a Navy SEAL. Yeah.
yeah.
He hated swimming, and so that's why he did it the most.
Did I also hate swimming, but I'm not gonna do it that much. Fire. Yeah. I mean, there's somehow things like what I do Pilates, I play tennis. Dude, tennis does not feel like working out, but it's low-key like tiring.
You know what's really good? Pickleball.
Love pickleball.
Is very fun.
I'm playing on Tuesday.
Everyone can play it.
Yeah,
Grander-
any age.
Grander people, younger people.
They can all play pickleball.
Someone, wink wink, should bring these two people together to play pickleball together.
Wink,
Because
wink.
they actually have some things to offer each other. So anyways, we're going to take this
Cut.
very brief segment to tell you about our the
Grand-
GPP, Grand
yeah,
People Project. By the time you see this video, this should be pretty upcoming soon.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
And so basically what we want to do is Katie and I both have grander people that or elder people. We call them grander people.
Yeah, because they're grander.
Grander, like grandparents. And then,
Yeah.
so we have those types of people in our lives that we consider role models, friends, advice givers, whatnot.
Yes.
And so we have these relationships with them, and they're actually very beneficial for both parties because we end up learning a lot.
Yeah.
And then it also adds sort of like a new like companion or friendship for them, especially since like as you get older, things sort of sometimes get rougher.
Yep.
Or after retirement, things can like start seeming a little more mundane.
Right.
So we're mundane. Sorry.
Oh, did you say mundane?
Yeah, a little congested, but it's okay.
That's okay.
And so so we're going around. We're hosting fun events with these awesome people, and hit us up in the comments if you're interested more.
Yes. Go follow the Grand People Project on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, link will be in the description.
Yes.
Anyways, back to what we were talking about.
Gerb.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. So fun.
Super fun.
And it's
Super
also
fun.
a lot, like you look end up sweating soon.
Yeah, you will end up sweating. And then also, what I was gonna say is boxing. Boxing
Ooh, anger
is really good. I mean, yes, it is a good stress reliever, but it's the speed and intensity, and also like everybody can do it. I've seen grander people do it, younger people like myself do it.
Dude, I've seen tiny babies do it.
Oh yeah, you know what it's really good for? Brain work.
Oh.
The combinations and like pattern recognition.
Oh yeah.
Memory, hand-eye coordination.
That all you need.
And
that.
especially, so you can go like right foot forward, left foot back, right? And so you go like, you do the whole thing, whatever. And then you switch your feet and you switch your hands. so you have to do it both sides.
Oh, that's really
And
confusing.
it gets confusing, but it's
that's
actually
good for your
it's
muscles.
really good for your brain
muscles.
work. Yeah, and so I totally would recommend. I would totally recommend boxing either on your own or with a trainer, or I wouldn't necessarily recommend sparring. Sparring sometimes like sparring is if you're more like a lot more serious about it, and I mean
you can.
it is fun. I do admit, but also like there can also be like some physical hindrances, of course.
Hindrances, I like that.
Well, like yeah, and but like for me, technically, I like go into sparring with a very technical aspect, strategical. It's almost disappointing when you're just like, if I'm like okay, I see it now. Every time he throws so and such, he leaves this open. Next time you're doing that, I'm like gonna target that and just like there. And it's just like really cool because it's very psychological. It's a very like they say it's a game of chess. So it's like, what openings does he not realize that he's leaving me?
Oh yeah.
Well, how am I gonna dissect him? Am I gonna fake him so he leans that way so he leaves that open and I can go there?
Yeah.
It's a big
Think ahead.
Think ahead.
Yeah.
So
love that.
yeah, that's what I would say. Swimming is also very good.
Oh yeah. On a softer note, going back to what we eat, guys, I've been on this new train. I was inspired by Mason and Madeline Sugimoto, my two health nuts over there. I went over to their house and Mason was eating yogurt with raw honey, like not like raw honey, like honeycomb. I was like, wow, that's so aesthetic. And then we got back from Catalina, and Maddie's like, do you want to eat some honey and almonds? And I was like, yeah, I love almonds. Dude, we were eating this honey. It was unheard of how delicious it was. And also like the waxy whatever situation and the honeycomb is going on over there is really good for you as antioxidants, which prevent cancer and all these things. And it's like really good for you. So I had it the other day with yogurt, guys. My eyes have been
yogurt
open.
is really good for you. As well as nuts. Nuts actually are really good for when you're studying or doing brain work. I actually watched this video about how to study more effectively, especially with finals week and whatnot. Yeah. And it said that sugars slow your brain down because your body's more focused on digestion and also just like the saturated fats.
Wow, that's actually really real.
Yeah, and so like the saturated fats, they're in you, and they just like sort of like stay in you. And you want to get rid of those guys. But the trail mix, super good for
I've
your
been
brain.
eating, oh my god, these dry roasted macadamia nuts that are salted. They're so fire. And then I had them with the raw honey, and it was so good.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah, you go try that.
Also, dark chocolate's pretty good for your brain.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it because it's in my trail mix and it tastes good and makes the nuts taste better. And
agreed. Anyways, stay healthy, stay fit. I hope you have a healthy 2025.
We're not doctors. This is just what we find about this. Everybody's different.
Wait. I just said have a happy 25, but they already went through 2025.
Well, like they're in 2025. They haven't went through.
Oh, well, yeah. Anyways.
Well, keep on keeping on.
Yes, love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.